NightShade, and that's my mom.
Hello, I'm Sophie, and that's my daughter.
This reading is going to be part of the Elle series. Today we're going to do She Who Grants Wishes. This is Aylis, She Who Grants Wishes, Desires, and Hopes. So we're going to do a whole reading based off this right here. So let's see what she has to say. I'm going to use the Gothic Tarot, and Sophie's going to use the Tarot Muka. Look at that. Nice deck. It's got pretty pictures.
I just got it the other day. I'm liking it very much.
It's a pretty deck.
All right. Let me invite Spirit in first. We have already invited Spirit into our home. So let's invite her to the table now to help with this read. Spirit, you are welcome at our table. Please come and help us with this read. Thank you. All right.
All right. I jumped the gun on that one. Oops. Okay.
She who grants wishes, but she doesn't grant them to everyone.
And she won't grant every wish.
She gets so many, she has to decide which wishes come to her that are truly sought after with a good reason and a good purpose by whoever is sending that desire up to her. So, like if you're wishing to win the lotto or something, she's not gonna grant that wish. But if you're wishing to get something that's very meaningful or something that's going to help someone else, it just depends. She decides who she's going to help or not help. So let's see. Show us where the energy lies for this throw.
I can't even shuffle the deck. And it's a delicate balance. You know, she's looking for somebody who's got that delicate balance, because the Knight of Swords showed up here. If someone comes in all hot and heavy with something, swinging their sword, it's like, well, no one's going to listen to that. But if you've got it balanced up and you make the right approach, then this is the kind of energy that can get behind you. She who grants wishes. Does it look like she wants you coming in with like
demands?
Yeah, no. She who grants wishes. So keep that in mind.
From the heart.
It's a delicate balance between knowing what you want and
all right, the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles.
Somebody wishing for money because she's the Earth Goddess. All right, so now I'm getting somewhere. I've got some, wow. 9 of Swords and 10 of Swords. And that's funny that these two fell together, because they will. In a lot of decks, the 9 of Swords will fall with the 10 of Swords. We all know what that is. That's nightmares, a final ending, a culmination. This is something that's been on your mind for a while with that 9 of Swords. But this 10 is like a cathartic death. There's no coming back from this. The guy's a skeleton. It's not gonna be recreated. So whatever it is that you're looking at in this situation, it's dead. It's all the way dead. Get it? So whatever, so far, whoever this resonates for, do you see death there already? It's dead. It's not coming back, and you need to move on. She who grants wishes isn't going to take this and, I don't know, bring it to life for you. This is dead. Let's see what comes after this.
Next is the 9 of Pentacles.
Okay, that's a nice card.
And then the Sun.
Okay, so that means this nightmarish thing that you had. Oh, I've got King of Swords. Check it out. I think we might be reading for 2 different people, or 2 different sides of the coin here. You know? Well, you know, that kind of makes sense when you think about it. Look at your cards, are real light, bright, and full of And then look at my cards. Mine's definitely going to be like a darker reading anyway with the Gothic Tarot. But this King of Swords is the one that you can't put one on over. He's the ultimate in upholding the law and justice. Maybe I'm looking at somebody who's wanting justice. Maybe something terrible happened and you truly are seeking justice, and that would be the catharsis in this whole situation. It's something that's played on your mind for a really long time, and it's been going over and over and over. It seems like you've been in this 9-10, 9-10, 9-10 repetitive cycle for quite a while with that. But yours is completely different. What are you thinking?
Yeah, mine is, the Queen of Pentacles is the motherly type that looks out for everyone. And then you've got the Nine of Pentacles
Oops.
and the Sun.
Can you see her in her garden there? Nine of Pentacles is usually like depicted in a garden or something really lush. So,
And then the Sun.
with the sun there, that's always a positive omen. So somebody's looking at,
It's cut not in half, but, bad memories? I don't know.
Yeah, from this side, this person to me looks like, because we're doing a general reading for you guys based off of this. So this could resonate for a few different people in different ways. Take it however, if it does fit for you, you'll know. This, I got Five of Pentacles, and we know that that's like being left out. Being left out. There's no, there's no other way to really describe the Five of Swords, just a lack and being left out. But then I got the Tower. Strangely enough, it really goes with this, because whoever wants to break this cycle right here, your Tower moment is where you want to break the cycle. So if you are stuck in this, like, I don't have anything, I feel like justice has abandoned me. If your wish is to stop this cycle right here, if that's really where you are, and your heartfelt wish is, I wish I could just move on, I wish this would just stop so I could start my life, this is exactly the card that you need, the Tower, because the Tower raises, as in R-A-Z, everything to the ground, blows everything up, blows everything away, and then you have to start fresh from this. Should be a great fresh start, but you have to know what you want, and it has to be delicate. I don't think this girl is going to take anything like, I don't think she's going to do it sitting down either. She doesn't look lazy. It looks like she's really hard at work, like in that inner space right there. But it just, there's something really like a delicate balance going on with this one. And that could be too, that we're reading in a balance, because yours is so completely different than mine is.
The Seven of Wands. And then the Knave of Wands. So, I know what the Knave is saying. He's so nonchalant. Look at him there. Young, and
How did I pick up my deck?
he needs someone to guide him.
Crazy.
The Seven of Wands.
Well, we may be coming together on something, because I got the King of Wands here. He's going to be your trustworthy king, but it's going underneath that King of Swords. Kind of fits with your wands right there, though, doesn't it? But now I got the King of Wands.
All right, the Six of Swords.
Mm.
And then the Ace of Cups. Wow, there's a lot out here. We're dealing with water signs, and the sun is what, Leo?
Mm-hmm. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn right off the bat. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, strong Leo right there. And that's crossing over, because that would be me and you. Maybe that's what this ties into for this. Maybe we're coming at it from two different people's angles. Maybe this has a lot to do with relationship, And if it does, that's just one of the possibilities. Just saying, maybe this is kind of building a bridge. It's funny, Six of Swords were kind of like going back and forth with each other. If this is strong Leo energy, then maybe this is about love, a collapsed relationship, something that really blew up. Because you got a Queen and 2 Kings right here, so those are obviously, you know, going to be people related. Like you said, she's busy. She can't grant every single person's wish.
No, she has to pick out the ones that are sincere.
Well, she looks, if I read it like, you know, we're doing, remember, intuitive readings. We don't just do it like, you know, one way. We look at everything. We look at the pictures. We look at the feelings. We look at everything. If we're going to go across like this, he looks like he's in too much of a bad space, because that tower right there is going to take up some, I don't know, this one's going to get knocked down. This one's definitely getting hers. In that space where she was trapped, I think she can really use that tower energy. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, if you're a earth sign, could be female, I don't know, whatever. But it is the Queen. Maybe you have been stuck in this cycle like this, where something knocked you down and out, away from your king, away from love or whatever, and put you in that 9 of Pentacles, like in that garden by yourself. You're happy and everything is okay like that. You seem okay and the sun is shining. But that looks like, if you can let go of that 9 swords, 10 swords repetitive thing, you can get to that 9 Pentacles sun. You won't go back. 9 sun instead of 9, 10, 9, 10, 9, 10. You can get over it.
I've got the Queen of Swords.
Okay, so now we have a King of Swords and a Queen of Swords right there. This king just feels completely left out. He feels like he was run over. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, if that fits for you, you really feel like you've just been run over, huh? And this king is out there looking for his love. He's actually gone out looking for his love. In traditional tarot, the King of Wands is like your married king. That's your husband, your father. That's your trustworthy guy that you know is going to be there through thick and thin. Looks like maybe Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, strong Leo. If he is recently divorced or leaving his relationship, he's heading straight for love. But he's got some, ooh, all right. He's got somebody in mind with that Queen of Swords. Let's see, because the Queen of Swords is kind of a funny love omen, you know, right?
Well,
hey, but I got Queen of Pentacles.
Well,
interesting combination.
But in this read, where in the world does the 7 of Wands come into this?
Well, that would be him. If he's feeling left out, he's feeling like everything's coming at him. He doesn't realize that he has a lot more, but he is the upholder of justice. That would put him in esoteric terms, you know, reading intuitively, that would put him in that space of 7 of Wands. Everything coming up to him. Because they're trying to fight him from the bottom. He's the one that makes the ruling. He would be, in traditional tarot, he would be the judge. He's the kingiest king. This is the one we're all going to meet at one point. Because he's going to be like the judge. He's not going to be the lawyer fighting. This would be more like your lawyer, the King of Wands. The King of Swords is going to be more like your judge, your ultimate judge. This is going to be like your Supreme Court justice guy.
Well, that's high up there.
Yeah, he's going to be the kingiest king. The swords are, remember in old tarot traditions, the swords were the upper echelon, the royalty and stuff. Nobody had swords, not unless you were wealthy. Everybody else had wands. So wands are going to be like your normal people, your farm people, your what you would
Yeah.
call backwoods people. Now that's traditional tarot. It's not. That's long time ago. When people lived like in a caste system, and well, I mean, in this country we don't live in a caste system. If you're in America, wherever you are watching, I don't know how you live in your country. Not every country is exactly the same. So if this does have something to do with that, that's funny that it starts out with a King of Wands and ends with a Queen of Pentacles. Because she's an Earth Queen, for sure. The Queen of Pentacles is always beloved by the people. She's the Earth Queen. She has a lot of manifestation powers. Right next to that Queen of Swords, though, she is kind of funny. With an Ace of Cups. Now, if we wanted to look at it as a whole reading, though, we do have the Tower. I think this one is like, this guy's going to get his wish. So if you're Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and this has anything to do with what you're looking at, I think this is a brand new relationship. I think once you delve into this relationship, you're going to find that she has a lot more to offer you than you thought. She's really going to manifest a lot of love around you, and I think that, oh, let's make sure I'm doing it right, huh? Oh, yeah, she's going to win you over. She's got, all right, so there's 6 of Pentacles. Since I'm talking about this one, I'm going to take it and put it on this, because we've got 3 different scenarios going on right here. So, with 6 of Pentacles, you know what that is. That's like a balance. That's like giving, receiving. It will go perfect with that Queen of Pentacles. And then I got Strength. Look at this Strength card. She's definitely winning you over. She's definitely going to have, I think she's going to have a lot more, you're going to be a lot more taken with her. Maybe this is her wish. Maybe the Queen of Pentacles is the one that's making the wish for the hubby. So if you're wishing for the hubby to come in. So if you're a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn lady, and you're looking for a hubby, he's on his way to you. I don't know what he had in the past, but it looks like he's been with somebody. He is leaving her. You're about to meet the guy that you're going to marry. He's just getting his stuff straightened up with that 6 of Pentacles.
Right, but I think he left without what am I saying? Without a new love in mind.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. So he wasn't cheating or anything like that and then moved. No, he's a trustworthy guy. And I think when you meet him, it's going to be like, because all this love in the middle, I think these swords are connected, this 6 of Swords and her. He's leaving her. She is done, gone out of the picture. But I think that this Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So if this pertains more to like Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, lady, boy, whatever, looking for their other half, that's embodied in this King of Wands right here. So you've got this right here is a marriage, a new relationship with a very strong marriage coming in with the Strength card, because this, you, Earth Queen, are going to be able to bring that into your sphere. So I think that if you're wishing for marriage and this fits with you, like the signs maybe fit with you, then you're looking at a trustworthy guy right here. You have no problems. This is somebody, whoever, if this fits for you, if you're wishing for marriage.
Well, the Queen of Pentacles is like has 2 sides to her. She can be very soft and gentle, caring, taking care of people. But there's the other side to her. She's a sword. She's sharp. She can cut you if need be. So I guess that's why it's the element is earth, because she's very down to earth, meaning she's going to do whatever is best. If it's to be sweet and kind, or if it's to cut you down, that's what she's going to do. So
there's a double entendre in the Queen of Swords sitting right next to her, meaning like how we're reading it has two different ways that it can be applied. Because it can be the other person, obviously, because you're throwing for one person, I'm throwing on the opposite side of whoever you're throwing. So that would be her as another person, but it also would be part of her That Queen of Pentacles, it could be part of her personality, part of her strength, because we got
Yeah,
the strength
that's
card.
her strength, because she is whatever she needs to be.
And that is so, if people could do that instead of feeling so like they're being fake about stuff, it's like when she needs to cut you down, she'll cut you down or cut you out or cut you off, whatever. That's what he needs, though. He needs somebody that can do that. Because this guy's got plans. This guy's, the King of Wands guy's the fire. If you're not strong enough to stand up against him, stand with him, next to him, remember, he could start a lot of crap.
Well, I think he'll find his match in
Exactly
the
what I was
Queen of
thinking in those words. I
Pentacles.
think he
She'll
found his
find his
match
match.
in this Queen of Pentacles lady.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that's good. For somebody, you've got marriage wish. If that fits for you, then I'm happy for you. Let's see if we can get some of this other stuff resolved.
All right.
I like that the tower fell right in the middle of the whole reading, though.
Strength,
See, we've
because he needs
well, I
strength
picked it back up. Because as soon as
the
I said
Seven
too, I
of
like that the
Wands.
tower fell in the middle of the reading. I was looking at those two, going, now how are we gonna apply that?
All right. I have the Nine of Wands.
Yeah, it seems
a
like
pretty
this
card.
guy right here, the reason he feels left out is because he's made a lot of enemies. He's made a lot of enemies, and what he's getting from these enemies is like, but for some reason, this has to do with his profession. This doesn't have to do with him personally. This has to do with his profession is what I'm getting. This King of Swords is your Gemini, Libra, Aquarius.
Definitely, because this Knave
Or
of
now we're
Wands,
starting to get on the
that's what
same
I was
thing.
thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to think of earlier, what this stood for. And this is someone who needs guidance, doesn't have the willpower to carry through
Well,
with
you can
anything.
see it in that picture too.
Yeah,
that he
he's
doesn't have the
nonchalant.
willpower.
He needs someone to take him in hand.
Mm-hmm. And show him what's what.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's definitely your king right here. So if you're Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, man, woman, doesn't matter. But it's being embodied in this reading as the King of Swords. There's a huge upset. This is just people that you've made enemies of. And the reason I say that too also is because the Strength card, remember the Strength card is about getting people in, like, sweeping people, winning people over. Your sphere of influence, that's what I'm trying to say. Your sphere of influence it seems like your sphere of influence is pretty wide, but you're getting a lot of guff, backlash from the bottom up. So that's why I said you are like the upholder of whatever is embodied in this King of Swords. That's why I say
This is more business.
this is more
then.
business,
This is business.
career, whatever your career is. It's whatever you've done career wise, and this could be like you name it. I don't know, but it looks like
Well, you're the King of Swords, so you're in charge.
Yes,
You've
are.
got-
You're a big big guy, a big
You've got some
position.
people who have fought to make their way up the ranks, and you've got some people that don't know what to do, so they're just standing around waiting to be told.
Oh my God, I hate people that keep. Or if you tell that person, they fall to their knees and just start crying because they don't know how to handle anything. You tell them to do something, they're like, that's not part of my job. It is today. No, it ain't. Get out of here. So yeah, I think that strength goes right there, along with that Nine of Wands.
Yeah.
For some reason, this just looks more, it looks political, it looks bigger and more political too. There's something about it that's bigger and, because there's a whole bunch it looks like not just people being left out, but there's a big chunk of something like shut down, being left out, not moving at all. Am I making sense? There was a huge
Not moving
disruption
forward.
in there. Nothing's moving forward right now. Everything's at a standstill because of whatever. So if you're this King of Swords, I don't know
Everybody's
what the
fighting.
resolution is.
Everybody's
Yes,
fighting
everyone's
against
fighting
you.
right here.
Everybody's fighting against you.
And you're really trying to keep it together.
And you have to keep it together.
You don't have a choice. Oh man.
You're gonna have to take some people in hand.
Death. Oh, okay. So exactly like she said, you're gonna have to take some people in hand, but how end? How is the end coming about? To what end is what I'm trying to when I'm using my intuition and I'm hearing all this different stuff, sometimes it doesn't come out eloquently. Y'all are just gonna have to forgive me.
Yeah,
she can at least finish my
didn't we
sentences
do a read recently about where Gemini
and it was
where he was business and
it was like putting your foot down and all this stuff, and
when
we
he
were
came
like,
back
somebody's
off a
gonna
trip
have
or
to
something.
secede a little bit on one side or the other. So how much is this person gonna have to secede, or these people? Because this is a whole lot. There's a lot at stake here. This 10 of Wands. Look at that. There's a whole lot at stake.
Your
and
reputation is at stake.
There's a whole lot at stake. This is gonna take some finessing that I know you have, King of Swords, but it's not in play right now. It's not in play. I mean, people are just not wanting to sit down at the table with you, are they? Not at all. But you know what? I see you sitting down. I see you sitting down. Okay, number one, I'm going to say it, all right, y'all, because we said we were going to be honest, right? We're putting them in this series, so, watch at your own risk. You're playing a child. I think you've shirked a little bit of responsibility in this situation by playing the knave. I think you're trying to embody somebody who can't negotiate. You're not playing the fool. You're just downplaying your own
intelligence.
Downplaying your own intelligence, but also your role in a lot of... You're trying to shirk your responsibility. So you're okay when the responsibility means reaping a huge ass paycheck. But when it comes to going, well, we can't give that to you. We can't do... Your negotiation, whatever, is like... Then you're over there pretending like you are, well, I can't make those in the hell you can't make those decisions. You're just acting like a big asshole. You're acting like one of those people who gets cornered, and then all of a sudden they pull this like, oh, but I can't do that. But on any given day, you're the one who everybody has to come to for every single thing. You can give out pink slips, you can give out raises, you can give out bonuses, you can show people to the door, you can do whatever. It's like you have a final say here. It's like a big guy has a final say. And then all of a sudden when it comes to dealing with this problem, you've come off as like the knave.
Yet, I feel like he's been doing it, he or she has been doing it for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Till they're tired. Mm-hmm. And they've let some things go.
And now it's a big, huge thing that it seems like it's not getting under control. And there's a whole lot at stake for more than just you. There's a whole lot at stake for a lot of people. Yeah.
But you know what? I feel like Spirit is saying that this person has been in this position for far too long.
And they need to go.
Not go so much as go up. Move up.
Move up? Okay, yeah, need to go. Leave the old behind and move on.
Move up to a new position, higher up. You've learned this position. From when I worked, what they did was they moved a person in, they stayed in their position 2 years, and they moved up.
Yeah.
They moved up, or they moved out. If they hadn't proved themselves by that 2 years, then they weren't there anymore. But if they did prove themselves, they moved up to the next position. So maybe you've been exactly
the ladder, literally a ladder to success.
So I feel like you've been left in this position too long, and
that
maybe
would be
it's
another meaning of the knave right there. Because really, at that point, you're just like I am shirking this responsibility.
So
Your heart's not in it. I feel
Yeah.
that you're getting a lot of consequences, but yeah, your heart's not in it. You're not doing anything. There's nothing productive going on here at all.
So you've got a lot of people under you because you're boss, but your boss needs to take a look-see that it's time to move you on up the ladder. You have served your purpose here where you're at. You've done everything you can do. You've learned every square inch of your job, and you can do it in your sleep and do it backwards and do it on heels, in heels. Okay?
You can pull a Ginger Rogers.
Yeah, so it's up to your boss. Maybe you need to sit down with your boss and say, hey,
Oh wow, maybe you do need to intercede on your own behalf.
I think you do, because this is common. It's not kind of common. It is for any position. Any position. I was in the same position for 11 years, and I grew so tired of it till I couldn't bear it. And before I was moved on up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it
that
can
can
get unbearable
happen.
to be
So
doing the same
so
repetitive thing every day and just going, oh my God, my brain is just getting
Yeah.
number and smaller.
So maybe you need to, as much as you don't want to,
need to actually
you need to step up
Yeah.
and make a move on your own behalf. So
That would
to
truly help.
see if and I would imagine wherever you are, does not want to lose your experience, not even experience, it's your knowledge, because at this point you know this job inside out, backwards and forwards. You wake up whoever talking in your sleep about it. So maybe it's just time to move up. Maybe it's just time for you to sit down and have a serious talk with your management
Yeah.
and move up.
Look, Wheel of Fortune.
There you go.
That's the way to move this situation forward. So if you're looking for
Yeah.
a way to move it forward, she just told you, and then I just confirmed by throwing the Wheel of Fortune. So if this pertains to you, if your wish is to move forward, or your wish is to get out of this situation, get the ball rolling again in your own life, however this applies to you.
Get
if
a
you're
new
Gemini,
lease
Libra,
on
Aquarius,
life, as they
get a new
say.
lease on life.
Sometimes all it takes is moving to a new position.
And that's moving. Yeah.
It's all new. You've got to learn it. You'll be busy and satisfied, and because the King of Swords, that's intelligence. That you've got to work your mind. You've got to have, and you've become not idle, but just so bored with it because you know it. I think all of this would be solved if they moved someone into your position and you moved up.
Oh, is that the
look at
Knight
that.
of Wands?
The Knight of
No
Wands.
kidding.
Is that what you got?
No, I'm just holding Aylis.
Oh.
Just
Okay.
saying, just reiterating to you guys.
Yes, on
That's
your own
exactly-
behalf. On your own behalf.
That's exact, because this is the idealist card too. Remember, he's rushing in because he doesn't need to. It's like, and Ace of Pentacles, there you go. Hey, all right, is that your wish to get unstuck? If you are, now we could be going by signs, maybe not. I don't know, but they're strong. Gemini, Libra,
Yeah.
Aquarius right there with this King
Leo.
of Swords. So if this has anything to do with you, how do you get your wish? Get yourself unstuck. Is that your wish? How do you get your wish? Listen to what she's saying. Go in and say, I just need to move to a different position. Listen to what she just said.
It's
and
time
then
I
we just
move up.
confirmed it.
Move up. It's time, if they've had you there and it started out as learn this and then we'll move you on up. Perhaps they haven't had anyone to take your place. This could be the signal to them that, okay, I've got to get off my own butt and find someone to fill his position so he can move on up.
Yeah, there you go. So that makes sense. So if that's your wish, is to get unstuck in your business predicament, whatever this thing is, there you go. So hopefully that works for you. She who grants wishes.
Yeah. And and she can.
No, go ahead. No, I'm listening.
Oh, no.
I'm looking at my card and doing
And
that.
she obviously picked yours out of all the wishes that come toward her. And that's her advice to you.
Good.
Good
for you.
What you got?
So now we're going to look at this one because obviously we started from the bottom.
Yeah. We laid them
what
all
the
out.
hell? I've got 9 of Wands right here. Look at her. Isn't this a fantastic card? I know it's kind of hard to see, but oh no, you can see it pretty good on there. She's the Black Widow. She's got plans, man. She's trying to catch somebody in that web. For real. She's trying to catch somebody in this web. So I'm wondering how that fits here. I'm assuming that with this kind of repetitive 9-10 cycle right there, that this person is wishing to get out of that cycle. It's like mental torment. But maybe that's not really your wish. Are you drawing some kind of power from this 9-10 cycle with those swords right there? Because now you've got triple 9s on the table. 9 wands, 9 swords, 9 pentacles. So it's not wanting to culminate. Maybe the end of this would be the bad thing. Is your wish to just keep... That's very strange. I don't know how that would fit, but it might fit for you. However, it might fit for you.
You never know what...
You want to come back and back and back and back. The end of that would be, maybe you're just doing something repetitively in order to get to that 9, that garden and that sun at the end of that row right there. Because triple 9s is a 9 also, even if you do it numerologically. A 9 returns to itself. A 9 is always going to be like, you know, what did Tesla say? 3, 6, 9, and there you have the secrets of the universe. So you've got a triple 9. But then with that 10 of Swords, it's like, so what is your wish? What is it exactly that you're looking for? The payoff? But then I'm assuming, and especially if we're doing triple 9s, I would say the payoff would be the 10 with the sun. But you've got the 9 with the sun. I don't know. There's something right here that's, I love a challenge, so bring it on. Meaning, if you're going to make me really get on in there with these cards, I'll do it. I have no problem. I can do this for hours trying to figure something out. And I'll do it too. I'll figure it out. Again, I'm going to take this one simply because it's the second time he's come out in a row. So we got Knight of Swords. I got the Knight of Swords. Look at him. He's cool knight. Hey. Oh, yeah. But in... What the heck does that say right there? With a Knight of Swords next to that 9 of Wands. Listen to those puppies over there making so much noise. If y'all are wondering what that silly noise is, it's one tiny puppy and one big puppy going at it. Arr, the little boy's got to make a lot of noise. He's trying to eat her face off over there to be the big bad. He's got a Napoleon complex, y'all. He does. He's a little guy. He's only like 7 pounds or something, and she's a 5-month-old puppy. She weighs like 40 pounds. She's gonna be a big girl. He's trying to get his like Napoleon thing on her before she gets too big and gets out of line. How cute is that? They're so cute. Oh my god.
Well, I keep wondering why the 9 of Pentacles is here.
Me too. It's weird. The whole thing is weird right there. What the heck?
I mean,
know.
I understand the Queen of Pentacles and these and the Sun that we know. Well, we know what both these mean, but
is something about that just like really delusional? or something. She's in that.
I mean,
Well,
that's
all of this-
contentment in her garden. She's
Yeah,
happy. She's
But why
got
in the
everything
world would
she
she be
needs.
happy with 9 wands, 9 swords, and 10 swords? And now at night to come in and just enact all of it.
Show us why the 9 of Pentacles is
Because the Knight of
there.
Swords is just going to
Give
light
us a
it up.
clarification
You know?
card for the 9 of Pentacles.
Nothing's going to stop that
Spirit.
Knight of Swords. He's going to take everything on the table and rush in
Yeah.
with it. He's there, good,
Show
bad, and
us-
ugly.
Give me a...
So when you
Card
think
to
about
10.
that, is something coming into... Something's going to shatter this whole illusion you got going on right here.
Yeah, I
But
think
you
it
know
is
that
an
it's an
illusion.
illusion. You know that it's an illusion.
What are you wishing for? For matters to be cleared up?
Are you truly wishing for that? Because it doesn't seem like that's the
Give us a
actual
clarification
wish.
card.
It seems like the wish is
9
coming
of
from
Pentacles.
outside her.
9 of Pentacles.
Like someone else has a wish for somebody they're dealing with. Dang, that sounded about right. Did you hear them dogs go off just then? Is this, so this isn't you, maybe this is your other half or something. And it's like, is it somebody who's mentally
Careful,
ill and it's just
9
driving you
Pentacles.
nuts and she's made everything into like a web? And you're just like continuously getting stuck in it, and you're about to cut yourself free. Is that somebody's wish?
9 of Pentacles.
Maybe dealing with this.
Clarify the 9 of Pentacles.
Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, maybe. Could be a Leo because we have that big fat sun at the end of that row right there. But it could also be you're a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, because maybe the person that this is actually the wish for isn't this person. It's whoever it is. Could be that Knight of Swords. Leo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And that's standing out really too right there. That light coming off of that wand. Like an illumination coming from that Knight of Swords. Something's about to be illuminated. Somebody's going to lose their...
Okay, we've got the 2 of Pentacles
that delusion. Okay, so there's your...
and
sad,
the
happy,
Knave of
sad.
Cups.
That's not knowing what to do with information right there.
Right. This isn't always a choice. This is indecision, which is a choice, I guess. But this is you've got to be. This is saying you've got to be really careful in the situation that you're in, because if you choose wrong, go the wrong way, it's going to destroy everything that you got.
So yeah,
That
we're
you built
reading
up.
for someone else. We're not reading for her. We're reading for the person dealing with this person and how they're affecting your life is this. You really do feel like you're just caught in a web from this person, huh? And you're trying to use that Knight of Swords
There's been a
to
lot
clear the air.
said,
Yeah.
a lot done, a lot of action here, a lot of action here. Till you're just kind of, you don't know, you're standing still. You just don't know what to do at the moment.
This person is really being manipulated by a Black Widow.
You can't make a choice because you simply don't know what's right or what's wrong. You've had so much information come at you.
Yeah, you have no idea. That Page of Cups over there, that's getting those messages, and that 2 of Pentacles is like, I have no idea what this is.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter if someone gave you your wish right now, because it really, the only wish that this person should even consider. Okay, so there's another meaning in this card that you pointed out right at the very beginning. And what was that? Be careful what you wish for, and she
Right.
can't grant every wish. Make sure you're very specific. And that's why, where am I going with that? I
The 5
knew
of
what I was
Pentacles.
talking about.
If you're not specific, well, maybe you've been so confused you didn't know
you
what
didn't
to
know
wish
what to
for.
wish for.
And if you don't know what to wish for, she doesn't know what to grant you. If you haven't been specific,
Like
I mean,
one of the
you're
things
all
in the
over the
book I
place here.
remember is like, don't wish for a horse if what you're wishing for is movement.
Right.
You have to be specific with what you're saying. It looks like what this person should be wishing for, or needs to wish for, or needs to really put some thought and effort into, is more that Knight of Swords energy. more of like slashing and getting, like you, it seems to me that Knight of Swords, look at that Knight of Swords next to that Nine of Wands. I'm telling you, this is a Black Widow. This Knight of Swords is looking at her like, I will cut you. And that's exactly what you need to do. You need to get out of this web, because this woman has spun a web of deceit and lies. Woman, man, however it fits for you, we're just saying it's presenting as that. Looks like she's a Black Widow. This person really has, maybe they just, they're delusion. I have no idea.
She has a devious mind.
Yeah, she does.
And something went not the way she expected it to.
Not the way she expected it to. She doubled down on
Maybe
this.
before she got you all confused, you stood up to her.
And she said, we're not having that. We're not having that. Because she doubled, something about this tripled down. There, like a 999. See? There we go. She tripled down on that, like, I'm going to get what I want no matter what. I'm going to get what I want. She'll take everything from you. That's her intent right now, is to take everything from you with that Five of Pentacles.
Yeah, she
She's
wants to leave you
confusing
destitute.
She's confusing you, and that Page of Cups has a lot to do with intuition and messages, listening to your inner self. You ain't doing none of that right now. You wouldn't know it if your inner voice popped out of you, looked you in the face and said, "Hi, I'm your inner voice." You wouldn't even know. You're being manipulated right now, and the only thing you should be thinking of wishing for is to cut the cord. Use that sword, and that sword is your intellect. That sword is your clear thinking. Oh, Lordy.
I'll get her.
Shh. Girls and boys. Girls and boys. Use your voice. There you go. Just like Agnes. She knows how to use her voice to get exactly what she wants.
You need to get out of the situation.
Yeah, and you need to remove yourself from the situation until you are ready to weave that. Oh, there she is.
Oh.
That's the big puppy. The big, gigantic, huge 40-pound puppy. Who needs love right now.
5 months old. Oh.
Who needs lots of attention right now in this reading for whatever reason.
Don't bite my clothes. Don't. Stop.
She's hungry. She can smell all that.
Yes, she's hungry. We'll feed when we finish this. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
But this person, well, you know, something you just said made me go, no, you can't do that. You can't, no.
Can't what?
Something about these swords is telling me, like, what's needed is clear thinking. What's needed is, because she's going to get really creative. Because remember, we're reading intuitively. Wands are creative energy. She's getting really creative with that manipulation that she's pulling out on you. And you're rushing in. Because that Knight of Swords is rushing in to do that, and it's not working. Like you said, you need to remove yourself from this. Do you need to remove yourself? What is this? This the Knight of Wands again? Oh,
yeah, that's the Knight. That is the Knight.
But didn't we throw the Knight down here somewhere? What am I doing? What am I? Am I like totally confused? Oh no, you had just pulled it for like.
Yeah, I just threw it.
For something. But then you must have put, because it confirmation for this one right here, saying you need to move on from that. No. This is this row right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so that doesn't go with this. I'm sorry. That's what I was looking at. Well, you know, intuitive. Let's do it. That Knight is rushing in with the swords. That Knight is rushing in with those wands. Y'all are going at each other. Somebody's got to break this cycle. Okay, now that makes sense, because she's the wand. You're the sword. If you're rushing in, she's rushing in, both of y'all are rushing in at each other, this is going to end up a real bad situation if you just keep going with this. Oh, Lordy mercy.
But it's just the same stuff over and over and over, that she's not going to give in.
No, she's not going to give in, and neither are you.
It's not, but it's not going to look, you're not going to look weak because you walk away. At some point, it can't go on. If you're at a stalemate, how long do you want to stay there?
Well, that's part of the wish. What is the actual wish? Like we said, you're so dead set on keeping up this cycle. We have to stop it. Okay, sorry. We had to take care of puppies. It's not easy when there's 3 of them.
All right. Let's see if we can get...
So we were thinking about like this Knight of Wands and how it relates in that Knight of Swords, and like how it like this person is, because the knights have a lot of energy, y'all. They're the doers. Like the kings and the queens and knights and pages, they all represent like something being
But you can't rush her.
No, not at all.
You can't rush her.
That's exactly what we were saying. You can't come at her with like a Knight of Wands, a Knight of Swords, and expect her. It's a little more delicate than that. Okay, so somehow or other, I keep going back to this particular card, huh? In this situation, she's the delicate one, huh?
Yeah.
Can't get more delicate than a spider and a spider's web. Because I know you can see that if you look at it. You can see the web that she's in the back. Something about her, she's controlling this situation with that manipulating, but she's doing it not overtly. She's being real crafty about it. Somehow or other, that she's the one getting what she wished for. She's manipulating you with a fine little spider's thread, building that web around you.
You're confused and not knowing what to do because that's the way she wants you.
Exactly.
So it's up to you. Do you like that?
Now,
do you like the energy that she gives off?
Because she's causing you that 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, while she's over there in the garden just relaxed and happy as a plump little, I don't know, cherub angel over there. Just happy and fed and got you running around acting all crazy. Fighting.
Yeah, she's feeding you what you like. See, she's feeding the what is that, crow or?
Oh, it's some kind of like, it's a bird of prey because it has a lot to do with falconry. So this can be like a royalty card if that applies. I don't know how it would, but stick it in there.
Ooh, the chariot.
That's a bird of prey she's got working for her.
Look at that
just calls for like
card.
a huge amount of like emotional rein in. If you want, instead of giving her what she's wishing for, you getting all, you need to rein it in. You need to get it under control.
And only then can you make a decision. Where's that 2 at?
Right there. You just...
Okay. Only then can you make a decision as to you want to stay in this situation or not.
So what it really looks like you want is like, I don't know, a clean slate? What am I trying to say? It looks like you are, what you want is that chariot. What you're wanting is to rein it in. But you have no control over your emotions right now. And you're just feeding into all of this manipulation. How do you do, because you love this person. Oh gosh. And you're playing the fool. That's what this card is on the bottom. You're being foolish. This is not going to go anywhere. And maybe you have, it's just because you've worked on it, right? You've worked on it. You don't want to give up something that you worked on. I'm looking at these cards that are right here. It's something that you worked on. It was a brand new relationship, and now you're like, I don't want to let it go because I've put in too much work. You blindly did that, though. With that 2 of Swords, you blindly did that. You didn't know anything about this person. Tells me you didn't know anything about this person. And you just blindly said, we're going to move all in together into this dilapidated mansion.
You need to take time out and get yourself under control and think about the whole situation. This is the Hermit. You need to think about the whole situation, what it is you want, what it is you don't want. Did you lead her on to make her think that?
Again, She's got total control of this situation because there's the Queen of Swords and there's the Ace of Wands. She's dictating right now. There's nothing else, you know.
No, there's nothing else.
That.
There's nothing else. Except
what you should be wishing. She'll grant you. Look, that's why we're doing this reading. If you listen to what we're saying, the energy of this right here can come in and give you some. This is the illumination that we're giving you in these words. It's simpler said than done. I get that. Everybody does in this situation where it's like this. I just can't get my shit together. The number one thing that you need to keep in mind with this card and this reading, if this applies to you, is emotional control. That's your only wish, is to get yourself under control. Only then will you be able to say, I can take my stuff and go, or we can work this out. Doesn't look like it right now. But then again, we don't know because we're not reading the whole situation. All we're looking at is she who grants wishes. And the illumination, right now, the one who's illuminated by that sun over there is her in that garden.
right.
You're not illuminated. You are full of swords and Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands, and you have this ideal image of what this relationship is, and it is not living up to that. Boy, I sound like a hick. Not living up to that at all. You are being manipulated. You know it.
Oh, yes, he knows it.
And you know it for sure. You're not being able to think about anything else except the fact that you are being manipulated in this situation, in this relationship. You're not letting anything else in. There is no other clarity. The only thing that you're clear on right now is the fact that she's manipulating you, and you're right. But there's no clarity on anything else. That's that Two of Pentacles. That's you saying,
that's why he needs to take a step back.
Yeah.
The Hermit, you need to take a step back and look at the whole situation and decide what you want, and go from there.
The only thing you can wish for in this situation for right now, if you want to get a clear
to stay
head,
sane.
Yep, you need a clear head more than anything else, and you can do it. That's signified by that chariot right there. You can do it. You can, as long as you rein it in and spend some time by yourself. You'll figure this out. You'll put all of these little, 2 plus 2 is going to equal 4. You're going to figure it out. You're going to get, it's all going to start coming to light. Not only on her end, but on your end. But that's the best you can hope for. That should be your wish in this situation. Yeah. So we have a funny way of interpreting the Aylis card there. What should be your wish? What you should be thinking about? What you should be wishing for? Wishes, desires, hope. What you can hope for is clarity. Emotional control will bring about that clarity.
Yeah.
So that's the best thing we can do. So,
well, this turned out to be 3 reads in one, which is really
like we said, we don't
really
know how
good.
these are going to turn out. We're just taking these cards and we're throwing them as like this energy and what she's putting out there. So it could be for so many different people how it applies, you know.
I'm sure everybody's on the
like
table.
Like I said, I think this whole deck right here, that's why we decided to do this series, because I think they have a lot of messages for a lot of people. So, you know, that's the one for today from Aylis.
So take to heart what you need, discard the rest. We hope that someone finds some clarity with this, or
for real,
at
in
least
this situation right there too.
They understand. It helps them to understand what's going on. So until our next read, may your moons always be full. Bye-bye.
Bye.